Alright, hello again everybody. Welcome to the finale of this series of videos. I don't know if I'll be recording a ton more after this, but hopefully so far you found the series instructional. I do know that there are other battles that I haven't covered in this series that I can potentially cover in the future, but I don't know if I'll be doing a full run through. And I know I've said that context matters a lot, so you know what's happening in my deck. Hopefully you've been able to follow for the most part during this run. But obviously, if I'm going to post videos on just singular battles, I don't know that it'll make a ton of sense unless I do a lot of explaining, or maybe I'll just show you guys the deck that I have before the run, and hopefully y'all are able to make some sense of that. But anyways, here we are on the final boss. I mentioned in the last video that with our 221 gold, we are just going to go to the shop, even if the muncher isn't super useful for our deck, or I guess not useful at all. But off we go. So first things first, get the crown. Let's see what else we got. This, in theory, would be good, but it trashes 1, so it's not so good. Because having junk in your hand when you can't use it is terrible. Spice Stones is interesting, because we have the specific combination of Pepper Flag plus Peppering. I think for now I'm going to take a charm, just see what we get, because I don't think I'll be buying more than 2 of these cards. Apply 1 attack down. That can actually be very useful. I think I'm actually going to give that to my hero. And I know I've talked before about not putting charms on your characters in order to make your future runs less hard. Now, the thing with this is I haven't applied the Spice Charm because I think it is a lot stronger than some other stuff, because there's no real way of preventing it. You're gonna have to hit enemies, so this Spice Charm will always get a lot of value. And this is especially true because in the final fight, all of the boss's units are usually pretty tanky. So a lot of tanky boys, the Spice Charm can be pretty devastating. Now this attack down, on the other hand, is not so much of an issue. Because it's just 1 attack, and you can also have somebody tank that hit for you, get the attack down, and then reset that companion in your deck, and its attack will be back up. So I think it's more okay to use in this case specifically, and reducing these guys' attacks might be pretty key actually. So I'll go ahead and use that. Now the question is, do I want Spicy Stones? And I think the issue is that it inflates my deck while not giving me too much value. Because if I draw it and my units don't have spice on them, it's basically a wasted card. I could also potentially buy, I'm thinking about buying Nutshell Cake too because of the 9 shield. I could apply that to like Snoof, for example, and it could tank an extra hit. I think I actually do that. So I know it does reduce the target's health by 2, so Snoof will be going down to 1 here. That being said, I think this only really matters if you're trying to recall that specific companion. And with Snoof, he literally cannot tank a single hit, so we're not recalling him to regen his health at all. and he's not going to be tanking a hit anyways. So giving him this allows him to tank, 1 or 2 hits, and it should be okay. Now I'm going to apply this to my hero because it'll be my most consistent form of damage. No matter what, our hero will be alive, so I'm going to do that. Then I have my option of crowns, and I think my crown will just go on Snoof here. I think pretty explanatory. I could also put him on Snoffle, because Snoffle can freeze everybody. That might actually be more useful. The reason I was thinking Snoof from the get-go was because I want to use Nutshell Cake on Snoof specifically, and so this means that putting my crown on Snoof will mean that I only have to draw Nutshell Cake in my initial hand before I can use it. Whereas if I take the crown off of Snoof, oops, not like that, then I would have to draw Snoof and Nutshell in the same hand. It could basically just lead to the awkward case of having Nutshell in my hand, in my first hand, and not having Snoof, in which case I can't really use Nutshell. I guess I could use it on Snoffle too, actually. So maybe it's okay. Maybe I like having this on Snoffle more. I could take my crown off of Blaze Tea, actually, and give it to Snoof. Oh, sorry, give the crown to Snoof. I think I might actually do that. And then I can use Blaze Tea on whoever later. I just have all 6 companions on the board to start with. Because again, in this fight, now it doesn't matter who dies as long as your hero stays alive. So all my other units become expendable. And again, Heart Mist will not be as useful this fight because their damage is all too high, more or less. So Heart Mist is just going to be an expendable unit. I don't have to keep it alive. Same with Bite Box, Pepper Flag too. Like, all of these wooden units are definitely like, I can just send them out there to tank 1 hit. Whereas in some of my other fights, I wanted to keep some of these wooden units alive, like Mimic, like Heart Mist, like Pepper Flag. So I didn't necessarily want them tanking hits either, and I would have preferred Bomb Bomb to tank the hit so that I can just reset her. But anyways, I think this is fine. I think I'm okay with going into the fight like this. I do have the Muncher. I'm not going to use the Muncher. I've already explained this, but I want the Scrappy Sword here in case I have to activate Freewell. And also in this fight specifically, again, looking ahead here, Ice Forge is here, and Ice Forge is actually really, really annoying and tough to deal with because usually it comes in the back of the enemy's team, so you don't have access to it, and then suddenly your allies all have 2 less attack, and the enemy team has 2 more, which is insanely strong. So I need a way to deal with it, and the Scrappy Sword is going to be my best option. And ideally, I don't want to be using my Snow Sticks for it, because Snow Sticks can be better used elsewhere to apply snow. So yeah, let's go. That was a very long precursor to the battle, but hopefully it was worth your time. If not, maybe you just skipped it, and that's fine too. Okay, so we do get Nutshell Cake. We also do get Blaze Tea. This is probably going to be a complicated turn. I think Blaze Tea is going to go on Freewell, just because, again, he's going to be my most consistent form of damage. I'm just wondering if I want to play it first. I think I will play Nutshell Cake at some point, so Let's see. I think I'm gonna Sunrod Snoffle at some point before these guys attack. I have 3 turns. I'm gonna Sunrod Snoffle before that so that my units can get their turns off first. I think that's gonna make a big difference. So beforehand, I will not Shell Kick here. And I will Sunrod now. This is actually really good because Pooty can activate Freewell, which is really, really good. Snoof will also continue to freeze Alloy, which works out for us. I think I will Blaze Tea here, even though it gives Freewell an extra turn before activating, which is fine. Snowball is going to hit. Actually, I can freeze him. I think freezing Clunksniff is probably better. Actually, no, I take it back. I'll freeze Sneasel here. Demonic kills Pooty. Let's see who it goes on. Went on Snoof, which is fine. We do have the chance to redraw here, but let's take a look. Oh, we have our 2 Snow Cakes. Well, those might actually come in handy. I think here I'm just gonna... Again, I want to keep these guys snowed as much as possible. One issue that I'm thinking about right now is I know that the wooden unit the enemy has that increases their attack and reduces mine is coming. So I know it is coming. What I don't know is if it will come in this wave specifically or not. And if it does come, I actually want to keep Snowstick for it. Because I'll be able to hit it once with Snowstick, and then again with my Scrappy Sword. And I'm thinking about this because, let's say I redraw here, right? Then in my next hand, I'll only have 1 Scrappy Sword, and then I won't have another way of hitting the unit. And I know it has 2 wooden HP, so I need to hit it twice. So for that reason, I think I'm actually going to summon Woodhead here, and see if it comes up. If it doesn't come up, that's fine. But I think we need to do that just in case. And it did not come up. Okay. So in that case, I think we simply just freeze. So Burster is an absolute issue. Haze is incredibly powerful. You can get rid of it by recalling, but I would rather not recall here because I lose tempo. And especially if it's just applying 1 damage, that tempo means a lot to me right now. So I think I'll freeze Sneasel here. Oh wow, Gobbler's actually also an issue. I think I'm going to actually use one of my Snow Cakes on Gobbler, because I don't have access to him. Like, any unit that comes in behind Clunksniff is extremely problematic, because you just basically have to hit it with cards. Because I'm not going to be killing this boss anytime soon. I think one specific tip for this final boss fight is that you don't want to kill the enemy hero that fast, actually. You want to get rid of these strong units that come with it, because if these strong units stay on the board when the final boss comes up, after you kill Clunksniff here, that's even more problematic. I know the final boss ends up summoning units himself, but those units are weaker than these ones, than these companions that you had before. So I think I will still Snow Sneasel here, just to use my snow as much as possible again. Then with this next turn, I think I'm just going to Snowcake Gobble to start, or Gobbler, so I don't have to worry about him at all. I'm ordering like this, so that way Freewell will hit for 12 damage here, Snobble hits for 2, which kills Sneasel, and then Bomb Bomb instantly kills Burster, which is really good. I know we're kind of wasting Snobble's ability, but I think getting access to Burster is a bigger issue. Now, what to do about these bottom guys who are attacking? Ideally, I would like my Woodhead to tank Clunk Sniff, but the only way I do that is if I use my second Snowcake onto Mona, which isn't a great option. Ideally, I would like to save it in case something stronger comes up. I actually forget what else there is that will come up. So I think here it's actually worth it to reset Snobble so I can send out Heart Mist Station to tank a hit. That's what I'll do. And I also got my redraw bell down. Excuse me. Restores 3 health, but it doesn't matter because we haven't hit him. So his Trash 1 does in fact give me junk, which is very interesting mechanic. I've never played with that before. That being said, I'm thinking now, I could use Pepper Flag and Peppering here. I think that could be pretty strong. Because I'm not in any immediate threat now that I've killed a lot of these units. So I know, again, I still know that the wooden unit that does the attack buffing and debuffing towards us still will come out, so that's guaranteed to come out in this next wave. So I need a way to deal with it then. But for now, it's not my worry, so I think I'm just going to do Pepper Flag first. Snow kills Demona, which is fine. And I do Pepper in here. This comes out. Came out behind the boss, which is unlucky, but that's okay. Bigfoot, definitely an issue. We can snow him though, so not the end of the world here. Ice Forge, the main issue. We're gonna use Scrappy Sword, and we don't have another way of hitting it, which is really bad actually. Wow. Yeah, yikes, that is really bad. I think I'll use Scrappy Sword. Now let me think about this turn. So I'm going to have Snobble hit first, then Freewell will kill Bigfoot. Then I guess I'll just have the rest of my damage down here. Summon Mimic for more damage, I think. Oh, actually I can just use Pepper in again. Does that change anything? Oh yeah, summoning Mimic doesn't make sense because Ice Forge is going to make it so that he has 0 attack. I can use Pepper in again here, I think. Let me see, does that change any of the damage? So I can make it so that Bomb one-shots Bigfoot, which is fine, I think. And then all of my other units can attack down here. I think I'm gonna reduce. I'm gonna use my Sun Rod here for sure. Question is, who do I use it on? I think the answer is Freewell again. Oh, although now I need to. Okay, that was inherently a bad play because I forgot Klunksniff has Smackback. So I'm in danger of getting Smackback killed. So I think I actually need to use Snowcake on it now, which is pretty bad for me. But I don't think I have another option, which is really unfortunate. That's really bad actually, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. At the very least I paid attention to it, so I stayed alive. That's what matters. Now I have the option to get rid of this Ice Forge with these Snow Sticks, but first, as I said, whenever possible, allies out first. So here we go, ally out first. Why do they have more units? I thought the units were gone. Okay, no, just kidding, there was one more. Okay. So with these units on the board, I still don't really want to kill the hero. I'd rather try to kill the other units first. So I think I'm gonna move these guys up here actually, so that way I'm killing Mega Mimic, and then I'm gonna kill Ice Forge here with a Snow Stick. Actually, sorry, with a Scrappy Sword. Klunksniff is hitting for 3. I actually don't mind that he's hitting for 3, so I think I'm just gonna have Bomb tank it. And I'm gonna continue snowing the Gobbler. Ideally, I would have been able to use my second Snowcake on Gobbler as well, because again, I don't really have a way of dealing with it, which is actually pretty problematic. I'm gonna have Snuff kill Mega Mimic here. Klunksniff will die. I'm just going to use my Snow Stick to continue freezing Gobbler. Yeah, and again, Gobbler stays behind Klunksniff here, which I can't really do anything about, which is really unfortunate. Now he has 28 attack. Oh man. So I guess I can use Bite Box for him. But anyways, that being said, let's see, let's look at turn timers. So he's attacking in 2, but only for 2 damage, attacking in 2. So I will be attacking before this row. So I want to kill this top row first, because again, I can't really get access to this bottom row. So I'm going to move my units up there in preparation for that. I'm going to get Peppering first, so that way Snobble one-shots. And I'm going to actually freeze this guy. So I think Snoof can tank a hit here with his 9 shield. It's fine. Snow that guy so he doesn't attack me. Snoof can then kill Porcupine, which is nice. I think Bomb Bomb's gonna tank another hit here. And then again, I'm just gonna keep chipping away at Gobbler, I think. Obviously, you don't, because of Frost Guardian's ability, damaging him before killing all of his allies won't do that much because he has so much HP. unless for some reason your deck is freakishly strong. But that's beside the point. I think if your deck is strong enough where dealing damage to him before you kill his allies matters, that means your next run is going to be really hard, most likely. So yeah. Anyways, back to Hane Gobbler. I can actually... So I'm going to recall Bomb Bomb here. I don't need these cards per se. I'm going to summon Bite Box because, again, I can start to take these hits with wooden units and start sacrificing them. I'm going to try to, in case Gobbler gets an attack in, I want to save Bite Box for him so he dies. So I'm just going to sacrifice Pepper Flag for now. Use Sun Rod on Freewell. Let's freeze. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I freeze. Freeze Gobbler. My team's actually strong enough where I guess I can kill Frost Guardian without killing his allies. But that does not bode well for my next run because this snow combo is going to be very, very annoying to deal with. And I'm not looking forward to that. But anyways. I think I'm just going to summon Mimic here to take this Uba Bear hit. Normally I would summon Bomb Bomb to tank it, but no need. Now I will summon Bomb Bomb. And I can kill Gobbler with my Scrappy Sword, so I can actually make it so that my Bite Box tanks Frost Guardian. Do this. Now it's pretty self-explanatory. I think he just dies now. I didn't realize how much Pepper Flag was helping me. I think Pepper Flag helped me a ton because my unit's attacks were insanely high and the Pepper Rain didn't go away. So honestly, that's the most usage in a run I've gotten out of Pepper Flag and Heart Mist Station ever. Which is good to see, you know? Being able to use more cards is always good. I think you just end my turn now. And yeah, that is it, guys. What a run. I'm glad we were able to win. I was kind of afraid when I started this series of videos that I would end up, you know, not winning, and that would be really awkward, but I'm glad it turned out well. Yeah, so that's awesome. We unlocked new Chisel card frames. This is a new thing they added this past patch as well. So that's cool. And yeah, this is the new team we're gonna have to face. Pootie's gonna be so annoying, actually. Wow. Pootie's going to be very, very scary because when he adds 2 Frenzy to somebody, that's going to be really painful. But anyways, that is it. I truly hope you have enjoyed this series of videos and that you were able to learn at least a few things from it. I will say about the final boss fight once again, you don't want to kill the enemy hero early on. You want to get rid of the stronger units before you do that, so that way you aren't fighting the Frost Guardian with the strong units, I would say. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you, I guess. We'll see when I continue to post other videos, but either way, thank you so much for watching.